US futures that are seeing a sharp down.
Japan down over 20%, and as you're pointing out, the Nasdaq could even decline further.
The global markets are experiencing right now a huge meltdown, and we are in the midst of another black swan event not seen since the COVID drop. And now might be opening up a huge opportunity that we haven't seen for years that we need to take advantage of before it is too late. And this can be life-changing. Let's go. So guys, we are starting off on a small positive note. Our DXY trade is completed. We took profit all the way down here, and the DXY keeps dropping. Of course, while Bitcoin is going down to new lows that we haven't seen in a while, it's not really encouraging. And what we want to see when the DXY is going down. So, but best case scenario, this area here will turn now into resistance when we get a relief on all the markets back to the upside. That here 103 points and 103.4 will act as resistance. We could go as low as 100 points in my opinion over the course of today and potentially tomorrow, and maybe even close to the end of the week, guys. The way that the Japanese market opened today was a little bit of a shock. Remember, we spoke yesterday about the Japanese yen against the dollar, and we also said if this keeps dropping today, Bitcoin is going to crash and we are in for a much deeper correction than what we wanted to see here. And now that big support level here at 144 to 146 yen against the dollars has broken, and we are keep going lower. So we are now at 142. Here is below us another support level, but honestly, they don't mean anything right now, these levels. You can basically, for the Japanese market, throw every technical analyzation more or less out of the window right now, because this is an emotional driven move, a panic driven move. And then if you have something like this, there is no rationality anymore there. And then also technical analyzation does not really apply anymore. So you can argue for the moment we are bouncing off that support level here of 141.6 back to the upside. But if we drop below this, then the next stop will be 137. So if we go to 137, this will be really bad again for all risk on assets and the world economy, as this huge carry trade is unwinding here in Japan. Also, the equivalent to the Nasdaq in Japan, the Nikkei, dropped here over the last couple of days by 22.7%. So that is the biggest crash that Japan had in its stock market since 1967, I think, or 1982, something in that range. Such a crash with so much debt involved, of course, has ripple effects across different markets. And this is what we are experiencing right now, where foreign investors came to Japan, borrowed money really cheap, and now need to foot the bill and unwinding their positions where they had money in stocks and crypto and real estate, wherever they parked it, and now basically giving it back. And for that, they need to sell what they bought with the money. And this is the result of it. So when they start selling what they originally bought with it, then you see market going down. We have $3 trillion worth of assets that they bought with it in foreign assets. And this is huge, So I think this is almost as bad as the real estate crash in 2008. What was the volume of the real estate crash? Unfortunately, I cannot see it here. But I think it was also $2 trillion or something like that. Yeah, now imagine we have $3 trillion. The Fed is potentially holding an emergency meeting today. Potentially. It's not confirmed. It's only rumors. Whatever you hear, guys, don't trust it unless the Fed is announcing it themselves. Everybody is speculating that we get a Fed emergency meeting because it's in their best interest that we're getting one. So that's why this rumor started spreading this morning. Don't trust it, guys, unless the Fed themselves coming out and saying, hey, we do an emergency meeting. We're going to cut rates immediately so that the global economy is not going to collapse. What's happening in Japan? I was reading here something in this article earlier today. that I just want to try to find here again. Yeah, so here is the part that I wanted to read to you guys. So the rally had been led by Japanese exporters, which benefited almost mechanically from a weaker currency as they make most of their money overseas but report earnings in yen. Now they are suffering. Margin bets on Japanese stocks, trades made with borrowed money, basically leverage, had reached their highest level since 2006. So that is the point that I wanted to make here. Good that I found this. So basically, the open interest is through the roof. Everybody was long, like crazy, and betted their house and their mother on this carry trade. Basically, the leverage gets flushed. So, and this whole trade is unwinding. So it's not only that people borrowed money, it's also that they leveraged this money. So imagine you borrow money from a bank and then go leverage trading in a casino, so because they don't know how to trade. Otherwise, we would not see what we are seeing right now. What should I say to this? So this degenerate, so they are all gamblers. Like they say, we guys in crypto, we are crazy, so they are as crazy as we are, so don't kid yourself, so they are the same gamblers on that table are the gamblers that we are seeing in the crypto casino. It's the same thing, so they thought this will go on forever, so they are all in La La Land, and now the leverage gets flushed, and that is dragging everyone down. On the Bitcoin CME chart, we have here this massive CME gap right now. I can actually go, technically I could remove the CME gap that we have over here, because this one is the one that we created over the weekend. But I will leave it here because I believe once we are coming back up, we are filling both at the same time. Below us is no CME gap, which is, first of all, really good that there's nothing below us that we need to close, because then this could also start to act like a magnet to go here into the mid $40,000 level again, and that we basically have only CME gaps above us, and they are acting as a magnet, the midterm to long term. So, but what is this opportunity that I talked about in the beginning? I will tell you now. The big opportunity that we have right now is that Bitcoin crashed from its top here in March to the current low point, 34.05%. So that is a big drop. So how big are corrections in Bitcoin in a regular bear market? Around 30%. So we got now a 30% drop, an over 30% drop. Can we go lower? Yes, it can go lower, so it can go lower. They can go up to 40%. Now you have to ask yourself, does this really matter if we go down another 6% if you want to build a long-term bag? Does it really matter? Because Bitcoin will go up from here 4-5x at least over the next 18 months. Does it really matter if you miss out on 6%? It doesn't matter, guys. Honestly, it doesn't matter. This is a life-changing opportunity to buy Bitcoin at these prices here. So you can, we are close to break the $50,000 level. You can wait just for your ego to buy at 49 something, but it does not matter, guys. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity to buy Bitcoin this cheap. So of course you can argue when it's at 49, 48, 47, 46, the same thing, if we get there. Do I want to risk? Again, it comes to statistics, guys. Do you want to risk to be here right now, super greedy, for another potential 10% drop? So remember, downside is limited at some point. Or do you want to get in here and do something like this? You need to choose, but I know where I'm going. I'm going here with the upside. I don't care, let it go down another 10%. Doesn't matter, so it's time to buy, guys. This is the moment to buy, because this is a black swan event that we have seen the last time when we were down here in March 2020. These black swan events are, this is what I forgot, guys. I wanted to show it to you guys. There is actually a chart that shows you black swan events when they're actually happening. A black swan event where you make life-changing money if you place your bets correctly is occurring every 4 to 8 years. The last time that we got this is over 4 years ago, this life-changing opportunity. Now I'm telling you, if you missed to buy at the bottom here, which was technically another one, this is the next one for a really, really long time. So you want to make sure that, actually the price is already here. This here right now is a massive, massive buying opportunity. Again, it doesn't matter if we go a little bit lower. This is it, guys. This is it. For the next couple of years, this is your life-changing opportunity if you want to be fully invested in Bitcoin. On the 4-hourly chart, I don't really want to talk a lot about this. We have not an ABC correction here. We have basically a 5-wave count now to the downside. Usually, the D to E phase should be not that extended. Usually, the C wave should be the longest one. But here, you can have extended waves that are going actually low. And this is what we are experiencing right now. Underlying support is also something that we need to talk about, where the next level of support is. But just that you know, guys, again, I was praying so much with you, preaching so much with you, that liquidity is everything in the market, even $10. Imagine you put in $10 now in something like Matic. You know, you get 100 Matic. Matic goes back to $2. Matic is right now, I don't know, 30 cents. So it's 6x multiplied leverage, let's say 10x, 60x, $10, $600 that you can make with one single trade. Why would you not go and sign up on ZoomX to get your free $10? Plus that you get a $45,000 deposit bonus with the link in the description. So go and take everything what you can get in a drop like this. Best case scenario for Bitcoin over the next coming days is that we get a bottoming candle. It can be even today's candle. If something crazy happens today, the Fed comes out, cuts rates, you know, whatever happens, we could get a bounce back to $54,000 here to the downward sloping trend line. And then this would have been just a massive fake out. Currently, it doesn't look like it. And what currently it's looking like is that in the best case scenario, tomorrow we get a bottoming candle, a doji, something like this. And then after tomorrow, a reversal or 2 candles like this and being a reversal. That is the best case scenario for Bitcoin. The worst case for scenario is doji continuation to the downside. So, but for this to be happening, Bitcoin needs to break here some other key levels. One of them being here, $49,145, the level that we basically touched today already. We touched it and bounced from there. If we lose that level, the next one will be down here at 43,850. And this will be the line in the sand for me, where I believe we're definitely going to bounce back to the upside. I don't believe that we will go any lower than this. That's why I'm saying, guys, another 10, 12% drop is in the cards right now. You should befriend that thought that this is right now in the realm of possibilities. I don't believe that we are going lower than that, because then we are starting to break a lot of things on the overall structure and the bull market and so on and so on. Even though we can revert this back to the upside technically, you know, and make this just a blip on the chart, you know, something that should have not been happening, like the COVID crash. But we need to wait and see. Would I open now any long positions? Guys, no. Stay away from longs, you know. So also shorts, don't short. Don't do any leverage right now. What I'm doing is I'm buying spot. I'm hunting for investment entries. I bought already a little bit of Bitcoin. I will buy more Bitcoin at 48, at 46, and then I wait for 43,850, basically 44. That's where I'm going to stop to buy. I have limit orders that got filled at 50, at 52, at 54, and down here are the remainder of my limit orders. And you should do the same thing. You should only trade spot right now, because once this is bouncing, you don't need leverage, guys. You know, even on altcoins, they're like Link is down minus 25% as an example. So once Link is bouncing back to the upside and makes like a 50% move, you know, so did you need any leverage? No, 50%, you know, maybe in one day or over 2 days, you know. So altcoins bouncing really quickly back to the upside when they are bouncing. Liquidation levels, here I just want to point out that we have most likely cleaned or no, not most likely. We have most of the liquidity taken out that was here below us. Again, we could come all the way down to the golden ratio, to the extended golden ratio here at $48,000 to $47,000. And from there, get the bounce back to the upside. We would take out some super, super low leveraged long positions, most likely with high liquidity in it, because that's why there's such low leverage on it. And the overall liquidity magnet is sitting above us. So we have basically taken out more or less every long that was in the market. And now liquidity is just above us. So where is the price going in the mid to long term? Definitely to the upside. That's why you should not be worried what's happening potentially until the end of the week, because we could go lower. Don't be mistaken here. But I believe that when we get to the end of the month, things start to improving dramatically. So now the liquidity heat map. See also here. So look at this. We did take out one of the biggest liquidity pockets for longs below us. There is still more, like I said, all the way down to like $44,000. Then everything would be gone. And then the only liquidity that's remaining is liquidity sitting above us. But already here, it would make sense to get a reversal from here. We don't have to, like I said, it can still go a little bit lower. But 43, 44, there it should stop, because then all the liquidity is gone. And then we have only upside liquidity. The Bitcoin dominance, as expected, moved to 57.15%. Gets from here rejected right now. So that means altcoins trying to recover, but still struggling, I guess. If Bitcoin now reverses back to the upside, don't be mistaken, the dominance will keep raging to the upside. The 57% level, because of the world economic events currently, will push in direction of 60% when Bitcoin starts recovering and getting a grip on the charts again. So just that you're aware of that. Unless we're closing today's candle as it is, then I would expect potentially a reversal to the downside by tomorrow. But I'm not seeing this right now. Also, the US market is opening in 30 minutes from now. And we also need to see what's happening with that, because that will also have an impact. And then if we actually get a Fed meeting. Here, Ethereum at these levels also a gift, guys. It is a gift. If you are looking for long-term investment entries, start buying at these levels. Buy at this level, 2,000, 2,800. I also believe we will not go lower than 1,800, but we could end up there. Unfortunately, I have not so much liquidity available like I wished I had, like many other people in this market too. You have never enough money on your hands when you get a drop like this, because you know that we are going back to the upside from here gradually. The next one is Telegram. Telegram also here at $5. There's also a huge gift. We have not seen Telegram for a long time at these prices. But when you go into daily charts in general, it's for most of the coins, the same picture that you see. They all are right now testing the extended golden ratio or the underlying demand area and trying to bounce from here. Because the indicator is also telling you we are definitely massively oversold. And we need a bounce. Even if it's a dead cat bounce, a bounce has to occur here any moment in the market. So the only problem is it can still take at least 48 hours until we get a solid bounce here. And something needs to happen. There need to be a trigger event for that. Like I said, could be the Fed cutting rates. Could be that the Japanese market starts to recover because all the people are flushed out that wanted out. All these kind of things. But the problem is there are some trades in this market. They will take a couple of days to unwind because of paperwork. And that is right now basically why we are also seeing today further continuation of the selling. So and this can drag on for another couple of days, as I said. Here also Solana, close to now $110. Also a gift. Also not seen for I don't know how long. When did we see Solana last time here? In February. Gains erased over the last 6 months. We are back in time 6 months where we were before when it comes to Solana. Here also 110, 100, 95, $90, the levels that I'm going to buy Solana. And you can go to any coin that you want, So basically buy at current levels and then you go like 5% down in 5% steps. I would go down and split your limit orders in that way. something else, guys, before we are going, don't forget on Bybit, you get $500 absolutely for free for depositing $100, a $500 free airdrop position on leverage. Now imagine you would trade Solana, Ethereum with $500 on 10x leverage. That is $5,000, and we get a 30% recovery. So that means now you have a $150,000 position minus the 10x leverage. So 10 times less is 15,000. Now 15,000 is your position. Wait, did I say this correctly? 5,000. We go 30% up. No, sorry, 6,500. Yeah, but on $65,000. Yes, sorry, $65,000. So $6,500 is the position that you're holding now. Now you made a shit ton of money, you know. So definitely take advantage of that. While you still can do that with the link in the description, guys, get your free position on Bybit while this is still lasting. Sorry, my brain is a little bit fried because I woke up in the middle of the night while the market was crashing. It was for me 3-4 in the morning, and I had people messaging me, Alex, the market is crashing, what's going on? And I could not sleep anymore until like 7. So I'm a little bit fried in my brain, you know. So that's why don't start making fun in the comment section that I don't know how to calculate, you know. So I'm still a little bit brain fried from last night. But anyway, guys, point of the story is don't be scared. When we see black swan events like today, it's a huge opportunity. They don't come along very, very often, but when they come along, you need to take advantage of them. I know it's hurting. It's hurting to buy at these levels because you're sitting there like, it's going lower, it's going lower. Trust me, I have the same feeling, but in 2 months' time, you will be happy if you bought today. And I'm gonna close the video with that. Guys, don't forget, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I hope to see you with not so much losses tomorrow.